I have so many white T-shirts, and I'm still searching for the perfect one. It's sort of like, a white T-shirt is, or the search of it is like my search for the Holy Grail.
There's so many different ways to wear the white tee. It really becomes your own.
On the one hand, it has this sort of purity, and on the other hand, there's something that's sort of down and dirty and sexy about it. 1930s gay erotica, the white T-shirt was already this sort of symbol of hunky, sexy male, something that I think most of us would think Abercrombie and Fitch. It was already that many decades ago an iconic image.
The GIs in the Second World War made the white T-shirt particularly masculine, and its connotation was heightened in the 1950s with people like Marlon Brando and with Jimmy Dean wearing the white T-shirt, but in a much more sort of body-cleaving way.
The way that Marlon Brando wore his white tee, the sleeves were a little bit shorter, his body was really fit at the time, his guns were showing, every guy wanted to be him, and every girl wanted to be with him, so I think the sex value added to that T-shirt really helped it.
Larry Mullen, the hot one from U2, sorry Bono, but you know, he is. He looks great in a T-shirt.
I think his personal style is more related to a 50s rocker rather than super modern rock star, but it really works for him.
When I was growing up, my favorite movie was West Side Story, and then Streetcar Named Desire. So Marlon Brando, for me, sort of represented that era, and that was always jeans and the cap on the shirt. But I don't think I ever thought I want to look like somebody in the 50s.
T-shirts also rapidly became associated by the 50s and 60s with college students. So it had a kind of sporty, preppy feeling.
Ralph Lauren created this amazing 1950s lifestyle that people that didn't have the money to be able to live that lifestyle could afford it by buying his pieces of clothing. And it made them feel like they were part of this affluent, privileged life.
LA fashion is much more casual. Girls wear big oversized T-shirts. They wear basic T-shirts with jeans. Then when you move to New York, we don't see tees quite as much. They're used as layering pieces. And I think the way the Brits wear T-shirts is much more downtown cool chic. So you have sophisticated, you've got downtown cool, you've got casual, kind of all the touch points of the T-shirt.
T-shirts are very good for wearing under sensational jackets and suits. They can just make the whole thing work.
The thing about the white T-shirt is it's such a simple statement of non-statement. And what's interesting about that photograph is that I'm the odd man out. And along the way, you'll find that I'm slightly little bit out of my depth, and always have been. In fact, it's the only thing I've been consistent in my life, is being slightly at odds with everything else that's going on. And that photograph, I think, just proves that point.
Vincent Cassel, for me, is probably my favorite actor of this era. So one of the ideas that we had was to photograph him in his own shower. When I'm shooting, I'm thinking graphically all the time. White T-shirt stands out a lot more, and it works much better from a graphic point of view than any other color.
Items like the little white tee have withstood the test of time because they give us some kind of comfort. They're truly American, and they're completely versatile.